Designing is always about people. It's always the client liking, but how do you add value and how do you give context or give more meaning to what they aspire? Actually, I did not set up to be an interior design. I chanced upon interior design. I actually studied architecture and I wanted to be an architect. But of course, sometimes in life, if they give you lemons, you make the lemonade lah. I graduated during the time when the economy was having the tail end of the financial crisis. So I came back from Australia and I couldn't really find a job in architecture firm and also developers. But somehow or other, I chanced upon an advertisement looking for an interior designer. So that's how I got into interior design. And I think that's probably the best thing that ever happened. For all the audience, you may not know that this was actually an abandoned project. We were brought in about 2 years ago to do the interior design. And when we started the project, of course, there's a lot of challenges because it's not a new structure. There's a lot of existing structure that we cannot demolish. Of course, we introduced a lot of new elements, in terms of how we create that ambience and create that energy into this space. It's called 168 Park Selayang. At the back of this location, there's a river. So we took inspiration from actually the nature, but not the literal translation, but the abstract translation, talking about the water droplet, and inspired by the river. And we also talking about the fluidity of nature itself. So how does the water droplet patterns, sort of mirror it back to the ceiling? That sort of idea. That is where we started off with the design concept. I think first and foremost, when we get a lot of feedback or comments from the client, we have to put our ego down. If you look in the broader picture, if there's no comment, then there's no improvement. Take it as a positive vibes, and that also in a way, be a catalyst for innovation. My advice is simple for the young generation designer: stay curious, stay ahead, stay being innovative. Of course, the most important thing, and I've been emphasizing this over and over to the younger designers, is you need to know your value. And then, if you know your value and you know how good you are, you know where your capabilities is, and then it's never something which is cheap. This is Joe Chan. This is Joy True, your living space.